Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. And today in Division 2, we're going to be checking out all the vendors. Everything has reset. I'm going to let you know what you should buy, what you should hold on to when the optimization station gets nerfed. And always, I believe you guys can read. We're not going to go over every stat, over every piece, just the important ones, the things that I think you should pick up today. But before we get started, if you enjoy the content, hit that subscribe. And if you like the video, smash that like button. Alright, we went ahead and skipped New York. There wasn't really anything worth buying other than a max roll on headshot if you are looking for that for your marksman rifles. As for the Washington DC vendor, all we really have is this pristine example, and it comes with perfect focus. Increased total weapon damage by 6% every second you are aiming while scoped in a 8 times or higher up to 60%. Now, this is a really great chest piece if you get a great roll. As you've seen, it's just got mid-tier weapon damage, mid-tier critical hit damage. We would be looking for headshot, and especially if we wanted to use this with a marksman rifle, probably handling just so we can get those quick reloads. It just depends how you are building your build. So I would just go ahead and pass on this today, and we are off to the clan vendor. Alright, the first item we have is the Mozambique Special. Not a big fan of handguns, and I would just wait for a better roll if you are looking for this one. It comes with perfect breadbasket. Every time you land body shots, adds a stack of bonus plus 50% headshot to the next headshot for 10 seconds. This stacks up to 2 times. Next, we have the Eclipse Protocol holster. Come with health. I would just always re-roll that to status effects. Really great status effect build. We have the Hardwire mask, and it came with status effects as well. And next we have Negotiator's Dilemma, mid-tier roll. Honestly, just skip on this chest piece because you can find a better one out in the open world. Now that's all we have for the clan vendor, and we are moving on to the settlements now. Alright, over here at campus we have the Scalpel. This is the new name marksman rifle that comes with future perfection. Every time you get a weapon kill, grant plus 1% skill tier. Ideally you would just use this to overcharge. Let's say you're running a skill build, you can pop out a marksman rifle, get that quick kill, and don't have to worry about anyone stealing your kill and stealing your future perfection, and you can go back to your capacitor, to whatever you are using it to overcharge your skills. But ideally this is just not a great roll, and I would go ahead and pass on this. Now I believe the only other thing worth buying would probably this Hannah U mask. Even though it rolls with critical hit chance, you could either keep the skill damage there and optimize it and re-roll the critical hit chance to skill haste, or just max out the critical hit chance. Let's say you're running a turret build or anything that doesn't really need skill haste, and you can just buff your main hand weapon. Alright, over here at the theater settlement, we have the Baker's Dozen. Now this is a great gun to have. It has perfect lucky shot, increases the magazine capacity by 30%, and every time you miss a shot from cover, it will always return that shot back to your magazine. This is really great to run with those red builds to have offhand in case you need something with range. It doesn't have the greatest of rolls, but it can still come in handy. Ideally, you would want something with damage to target out of cover. You could always re-roll this and optimize this later if you still haven't got a good Baker's Dozen. Alright, we're over here at DZ East, and we have the claws out again. Honestly, I said a few weeks ago, pick this up because I didn't think it would ever come back, but it is back 2 weeks later. So if you don't have it, go out and do your DZ resources, whatever you have to do. Go ahead and pick this up because usually we do not see this very often. It has a great talent. It comes with that +1 skill tier, but it also comes with plus 500% melee damage, 9% pistol damage. Not too worried about it. We could always re-roll one of these stats and really make this thing work in the DZ, or honestly anywhere in the game. Is a really great piece, and you do not see it very often without having to spend a lot of time in the DZ. Next, we have Aces and Eights mask, and it came with mid-tier rolls. I would just pass on this. Although the headshot damage is not that bad, you could always re-roll for max weapon damage. But honestly, just go out in the open world, go to your summit, go wherever you farm, and you'll be able to find a much better roll. Now we have an ongoing directive holster, and this is just a mid-tier roll as well. Just go ahead and pass on that. Alright, at DZ South, we have the Rail Splitter, and it comes with the talent Perfectly Accurate. You're not going to find this talent anywhere else in the game except on this weapon. Comes with plus 50% accuracy. Now, although the Rail Splitter or the C-Tower is a little shaky, it's pretty easy to control. Now, if you were using this at long range, I would say, but I just feel like it is a wasted talent on this gun. You're better off just finding a stock CTAR, get something with damage to target out of cover, and use whatever your talent is. I love fast hands. I think it is amazing. If you're looking for burst, you can always use measured. There's a lot of different talents you can use, but I would honestly skip on this. Next, we have the tip of the spear backpack. Mid-tier rolls, just go ahead and pass on this. And we have the Hunter's Fury chest piece, although not that great of a chest piece as for the talents go. But if you are having trouble keeping those stacks up, or you just don't want to worry about having those max 5 stacks out all the time, wouldn't be a bad pickup. It just makes it from 10-second stack to a 30-second stack, and pretty much you always have that weapon damage up from the Hunter's Fury buff. Alright, we're over at DZ West, and we have a great buy. I would just go and pick this up. Don't even worry about the stats. We are worried about the talent. This is a must-have for any status effect build. Headshots grant plus 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. So let's say we're using a classic EP build. We pop off our fire starter. Before we pop that off, we're going to want to make sure we land a headshot. So that is going to do that much increased damage, that much increased duration, and it's pretty much going to wipe the entire room. Just go ahead and go out, farm this, get your DZ resources, and get this. This is something you are going to want in your stash, in your arsenal moving forward. Next, we have tip of the spear. Now, these gloves are just mid-tier, and I would just pass on them. And then we have the hardwire set. Comes with mid-tier, a little over, skill damage. Not a bad pickup if you don't have something better, but you can just always re-roll this to max skill damage. Now, that's all we have for the vendors. Tomorrow, we have Cassie. Now, if you are looking for other Division 2 videos, we have build videos, tutorials, Division 2 news, anything for old players to new players, and everything in between. And thanks again for watching, guys.